Hi, everyone. My name is Emily, and I am a support specialist with Fired Up. And I had the wonderful pleasure of working with Auburn this year for dedicated support. And I will turn it over to my friend to introduce herself.
Hey y'all, my name is Madeline Lewis. I'm the Panhellenic coordinator for Auburn University. And this past year, we used the Fired Up dedicated support specialist for the first time, and it was just a very good experience. And so I'm excited to just talk a little bit more about what that experience was like for us, and maybe to see if it might be a fit for your campus or something like that.
Awesome. Well, Madeline, we're going to take a few minutes to talk about that process, and I'll throw some questions your way so that you can help these folks learn a little bit more about what that looked like on your campus. So let's get started. What was it like having dedicated support during recruitment?
Having the dedicated support specialist was so awesome because lots of times I love to help the students. I want to be able to help them make sure that they're doing everything correctly, but sometimes I'm working on other things. And so it was so helpful when I was busy putting a fire out in another area to just encourage our students to go seek the other resource to be able to address some of the questions that they had that weren't necessarily related to like our recruitment rules or things like that, were just completely related to the campus director software itself. And so that was so helpful through our recruitment process.
Awesome. And I love to hear that you mentioned really kind of pushing those students too to use dedicated support in addition to your team to kind of take that burden off of your plate while you were putting out those 9,000 other fires there.
Yeah.
What did dedicated support specifically help you with that maybe made a difference this year?
I will say, I think it had a huge deal of helping us get our list submitted on time. Part of having that dedicated support, most of the issues that we see with our students getting their list submitted are technical issues. So they have duplicate PNMs on their list. They have PNMs that have withdrawn from the process that were on their list. And we do have a large recruitment. This past year, we had 2,553 students come through. And so when our chapters are making these lists of students, it's not like short numbers of lists, it's long number lists. And so it was so helpful to have someone be able to help us go through that and just make sure that like there weren't duplicates or there weren't people that have withdrawn. I will say something too, what it looked like for us is our dedicated support specialist, we were in constant communication. Emily was so great at just letting us know what chapters were having issues. So if someone were to call her, she would send us a text, hey, so-and-so is having issues with their list. I'm on the phone with them right now. That way we were all able to stay in the loop. If we were waiting on someone to submit something or waiting on someone to resolve issues, we were able to kind of know, okay, hey, we're helping this chapter, she's helping this chapter. We're going to be able to all stay kind of connected to help everyone get everything in on time. And that was really helpful as well.
Awesome. There was such a nice flow of communication. So I'm glad you all felt that too. So many group texts going on at the same time, trying to kind of push things through. And you all were so gracious about reaching out and saying, are you available? I'm like, it's recruitment. Of course we're available. We're here to make this happen, right? What would you say to another campus that is considering dedicated support and whether or not they should move forward with that?
I think it never hurts to have someone to know exactly what they're doing. I'll be honest, and I think that any of our professionals that work with Campus Director, my director has been in a Panhellenic serving role and worked with Panhellenic recruitment for 8 years, but we would both say we are not experts on the program. It is so helpful to have someone who that is their job. It is their job to work in Campus Director. They have contacts where if they don't know the answer to a question, they can call someone, they can get that answer a lot quicker than we could. I think also with a lot of recruitments moving to be, I mean, it's all technologically based now. We're doing all of our preferencing on apps. We're doing all of our matching on computers. It is just so helpful to know that if we do experience issues, which nothing is perfect, we can call someone. And so that is just really helpful. And Emily was really great and a great resource for us. And that's why I think it was so successful at our campus and helped us so much, is because we really fully utilized the resource and just kind of ran with it.
Totally. And you all were so proactive about letting me in on how your schedule worked and explaining things to me and, letting me meet the students in advance so that I wasn't a complete stranger when I jumped on the line with that. So kudos to you all. You did such an amazing job. Madeline, thanks so much for taking some time to connect with us today and share your insight on dedicated support.
Yeah, it was great to be here.